Hello, beautiful Gemini. Welcome to your mid-month reading. I am bringing this to you as a general reading for the collective of Gemini. It will not resonate with all of you. So if that's the case, that's okay. You feel free to check out the other videos in this series that align with your rising sign, or if you know where Mercury is placed in your chart, that would be another good option. Welcome to new viewers. I hope you'll consider subscribing, liking, and sharing the video, and welcome back to those of you who have been with me before. I appreciate you more than you know. Okay, so what we're doing is we're looking at the divine masculine mostly in this part of the reading as it rolls out in terms of how they're understanding their role in on the journey. That's it. You can feel free to flip the energies around, meaning if everything that shows up here is your energy and you don't believe you're the masculine, you believe you're the feminine, that's okay. If it resonates and it speaks to you and the title speaks to you and the message speaks to you and the cards speak to you, it's your message. Okay? For better or for worse. So I just want to make that clear. We are in the retrograde, Mercury retrograde right now, rules the mind, communication, as well as technology and travel. So, you know, lots of things can get derailed during Mercury retrograde. It's a fast-moving planet, and when it's in retrograde, it appears in the cosmos as if it's going backwards, and it sort of forces us magnetically, even against our own desires, to slow down, to reflect, to reboot, to review, to reassess, but also to just sort of relax and rest and recuperate and then release. There's a lot of releasing that goes on during the retrograde, and it's more about, you know, releasing what our part is, what isn't working in various aspects of our lives that we have control and power over, not as much as about another person or the workplace, etc. So that's what it's really about. But interestingly enough, the retrograde is also a time, Gemini, when lots of people come back from the past. It's very common in soulmate twin flame connections to have a connection that's been in separation for a while, just out of the blue. Something perks up between the energies and you reconnect, and then you can go on to resolves. There's many times reconciliations and reunions. So that was the impetus for me posting for this series, mostly the divine masculine energies, where they are on the journey. And we'll take it from there. But I'm pulling two cards. Here's for masculine and here's for the divine feminine. We have the card for feminine comes out as hostilities. So this feels a little 5. It's 2 and 6 is 8. It's feeling a little 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords to me. So we'll see what that's about. And then divine masculine gets appreciation in reverse. So we will look at that first. 1 and 5 is 6. So they're trying, it's about balance. There's something with regard to balance here, and maybe they're feeling underappreciated. So let's see what that is. It's about this card reversed, the appreciation card reversed. And notice that it's a feminine figure. So that's interesting that it comes out for divine masculine in reverse. I'm just going to leave that there. It's a warning that you're missing some important opportunities. You've lost your sense of gratitude and have gotten caught up in the prickly brambles of negativity and possibly even despair. Stop focusing on what you don't have, even if it seems to be a lot. Instead, find something to appreciate about yourself and your life. Choose to focus on the little things with gratitude and acknowledgement. So I feel this is maybe a message about the divine masculine falling into despair of what they don't have. This feels kind of like 5 of Pentacles, right? But they need to step into gratitude for what they do have, more 6 of Pentacles energy. Sometimes when we show gratitude and we give to others, then we feel the appreciation come back to us. So there's a little energy there that seems interesting to me. And the card here for divine feminine, I'm reading this as though those of you who are watching are the feminine. That's my intention. But again, if you're a masculine here watching, Don't take offense. If it's not your message, it's not your message. And everyone watching can absolutely flip around the energies. So we have upright hostilities here. It reveals a situation where hostilities toward you are about to be or have already been engaged. The aggressive energy may be verbal or emotional, with someone in your environment being excessively critical, demanding, or hurtful. In a work or social situation, there may be backstabbing or out-and-out slander going on. So this is not the same as the deceit card. Hostile energies are more overt here, and you may have been living with them for some time. But whether this is new or old energy, now is the time to regain control. Allowing dishonoring treatment from others is an open invitation to the universe to send you more. It may feel risky, but you need to have the courage to stand up for yourself now and always. Very important message, Gemini, and I hope that you take it to heart. I do feel that in a lot of situations, we often, times when overt hostility comes in our direction, the immediate instinct is to just, defend and block. But I feel this is a little bit more of like keep your eyes open and address it in the moment. Don't take ownership of the hostility coming toward you. It doesn't belong to you. It doesn't belong to you. And this person that you're dealing with, if I have the energies right, needs to be more appreciative of what they do have and a little less focused on what they don't. That's always a good message. So I'm going to pull. I find it interesting that the coloring, just from where you're sitting, I know there's a little bit of glare here, there. Isn't it interesting how we have a female figure for the masculine, a male figure for the feminine, and then both parties are sort of facing in the same direction, and the color looks the same. It almost looks like they're in the same setting. Put a pin in that. Pulling 3 cards for you here, Gemini, from Wisdom of the Oracle. Let's see what comes out. Maybe a hint toward what's coming in the reading. Not always. Building blocks. Yeah. Everything in the right order. And sort of like to build a foundation, you kind of have to start at ground zero there. Loyal heart, beautiful energy, and yang. The loyal heart, the yang came out the other day as well. I initially thought, because I think during the Aries reading, I initially thought it was Aries, but it can also just be like the Ace of Wands, because it's like a gift of this burst, this little fireball here. It is taking action, but it feels like the energies are handing you the torch and saying run with it. So I love that energy. It is card number 1. Loyal heart here, beautiful. 35, 3 and 5 is 8. So it's like you're coming close to completion of a lesson here. You're doing the hard work that's involved. You're maintaining a loyal heart. I love that the 2 owls are looking at each other and they both have crowns on their head. So I see this as sort of king and queen energy. Divine masculine, divine feminine. And then building blocks. Go back to the beginning. If you want to stand on something stable, you have to build it up, ground up. I have been seeing a lot of towers coming through. That's very common during the retrograde due to miscommunication, misunderstanding. A lot of that is about not clearing the blockages, not giving yourself time and space to really do the inner work. And the retrograde sort of forces that, and we panic. Just gonna say. So let me take a look here at the divine masculine energy as it wants to appear. Again, flip the energies as needed. 7 of Pentacles. Wow. Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Pentacles, and Devil energy. This has been coming out a lot too. That is the energy of Capricorn. In the extended, I'm going to pull these exact same cards for Divine Feminine. That's how you'll be able to tell if you need to flip them around. 3 cards for the connection. between the two of you, a message to you from your higher self or spirit, a message to you, energetic messages, of course, from your divine masculine, and then outcome and timing cards as appropriate. So the extended will be a bit more involved than what we've got going on here, but I just want to get to, this is a question that comes up frequently in private readings. That's why I'm bringing it to you here. We have the Seven of Pentacles. That is about being patient, planting the seeds, tilling the soil, right? This is very Taurian in nature, the Seven of Pentacles. You could be dealing with a Taurus or an earth sign, because we have three pentacle, and we have two pentacles in the Capricorn energy in here. So it could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn that you're dealing with. If not, this person that you're dealing with is very much in the present, very in the 3D. They're showing up as being patient, and what they want is this 10 of Pentacles. They want a life partnership. It feels to me like at some point they decided to leave it to fate, and there's a lot of different meanings for this. I know this card is very dramatic, more dramatic than most decks. Try not to gasp. But it feels, from this deck, it feels it feels more like obsession. We'll see when the cards come out to clarify what it's really about. And now that I think about it, see this card, appreciation in reverse? The Seven of Pentacles, in one of the interpretations, and one of the, when you learn to read tarot, every card has lots of interpretations. So I just want to share with you that it's not just about being patient and waiting for things to kind of grow organically. It can also be about not appreciating all that you've already accomplished and everything you already have. I mean, look at him. The guy's got 7 pentacles and he's still looking out yonder like, where's the rest? Where's my 10 of pentacles? It's like, dude, you got 7. You're doing really well. So I love that that comes out. It almost feels like that's a hint towards what might be going on here with the 7 of pentacles sitting over the 10. Very interesting. Yeah, just clicked. Okay, let's look at this 7 of pentacles here for divine masculine. Could be dealing with a Sag here too So I think Spirit's telling me I had it right. 7 of Pentacles comes right out on top of 7 of Pentacles. Gotta love it when Spirit steps in. I'll pull one more for giggles. Yeah, patiently awaiting their wish fulfillment, their happiness. They're kind of saying here, and look at the look on this 7 of Pentacles face. Like how forlorn he is. It's like, I'm working so hard and all I've got is 7 pentacles. Patience, dear masculine. All good things come to he who waits. Ask the 9 of cups. He's looking pretty happy there. Okay. And underneath is the 10. That's the unconscious energy. It's like, I just want to be happy. No, you don't. You want life partnership and you want all the pentacles. That's what you want. Gemini. Your masculine cannot even bluff his way in this reading. Wheel of Fortune, please. Yeah, I'm getting really strong earth energy. For some of you, it's definitely an earth sign. Well, obviously. There's gonna be a Gemini somewhere that's gonna comment, it's me, I'm with a Taurus or a Capricorn or a Virgo. I'm feeling that this message then would definitely apply to you. The King of Pentacles here with the Wheel of Fortune, it feels like they're leaving to fate when they will be anointed with the role here. With this, they see themselves as the King of Pentacles. In this aspect, to me, the King of Pentacles is right here in the 10 with the Queen. And so it feels to me like this person, this masculine, sees themselves as the King of Pentacles and is waiting for the fates, for divine time to to show that that's what they are. I think they know. I think they know. They want to be husband, father, right? They want to be settled, grounded, and abundant. So that's what they're leaving to fate, but that's their energy showing up here. And yeah, Two of Pentacles, trying to focus on their priorities. This can be a little bit of a juggling act. It can be a little bit of, I'm not sure what to do here in the 3D to make this all happen. So I'm leaving it to fate. I do feel like this person might be struggling with that. Might be struggling with, how do I make this real? How do I make this a thing? And also balancing their priorities in the process. And we're going to look here at this Ten of Pentacles. They do want life partnership. They want a happy, conventional. Whoa, that was too many cards. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I wasn't looking. And this card, I don't know if you could tell, the cards are pretty thin. And they slipped. Okay, Ten of Pentacles, back on track, Laura. Focus, focus, focus. This person feels they're making a sacrifice. They're delaying gratification, which doesn't feel like it comes easy to them. If I'm describing your person, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They're waiting for enlightenment. They're kind of trying to see things from a new perspective, gain the enlightenment and the wisdom that comes from looking at it from a new perspective. But in their mind's eye, they're delaying gratification, and that's the sacrifice. Queen of Swords, there you are, Gemini. They're delaying their gratification. They feel they're making a sacrifice for the Queen of Swords. This is how they see you. At least you're coming through here as a queen. The Queen of Swords is a wonderful energy, highly intelligent, excellent communicator. You already know that. That's sort of your realm. This Mercury retrograde actually works quite well for most Geminis, because you're like, oh, where you been, Mercury? Glad you're finally speeding up and catching up to me. It's also helpful for Virgos. I'm a Virgo. So, when Mercury goes retrograde, I don't struggle as much as the next person, but Gemini has it even better than I do. So I kind of feel like this is you showing up here in the reading. And the energy of the Queen of Swords is, she's a truth seeker, but she's also a truth teller. So she's, all cards are laid out on the table. Highly intelligent, very strategic, a good, likes to see things very clearly. So there's a lot of clarity in this card, but it is also about honor and integrity and living by a certain code in your life. And I think that that's why it's showing up here, because it's in that position of life partnership and delaying gratification and sacrificing. Life partnership, delaying, gratification and sacrificing for who? For my Queen of Swords. Who is that? That's you. Just easy peasy. Okay, let's take a look at the Devil energy. What might this energy be about, please? Show me them all. Huh. I'm going to pull another card here. And the Devil comes out again on the bottom. This person, I kind of feel, I'm going to go with my original thought. I feel this is obsession in a way. The Ace of Swords is a big truth. It's like a flash of insight that's divinely gifted. And then on top of that comes the Magician. And the Magician, when sandwiched between two Devil energies, kind of leans a little more towards manipulation. Sort of like having all the tools in your toolkit to make something happen. Not in a way that flows with divine time, right? it does feel a little manipulative, but it's sitting on top of truth and insight and wisdom and knowledge or information. This is also a card of victory. See the wreath around the sword? That is the crown of victory. So I almost feel like what you're dealing with here, Gemini, and hey, that may be fine. It may be fine. I'm just throwing up a trial balloon here of what this could mean for all the many of you. I'm feeling like this person is a bit obsessed with you. That doesn't mean it's a bad thing. If you're aware of it and you're managing it, fine. If they're throwing hostility your way, not fine. Right? If they are manipulating the situation to sort of focus on what you're not giving them, the ways you're not appreciating them, that's not fine. Their message is to be in gratitude and grateful for what they do have in the connection with you. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I mean, this is all a very human, normal emotion, unless it's taken to an extreme. Only you know for sure. I am not here to assassinate anybody. I'm just reading the cards. And this is speaking to somebody, I'm sure, who's going to let me know that, yep, you got it. So if they're a little bit obsessed and they're obsessed about winning you, this is a card of victory, right? That's their insight. That's their flash of like, oh, this is mine. This is for me. This is what I want. And let's say you're just not at the same point, or you see the connection differently, then they could be trying to maneuver, trying to manipulate things in their favor. And I got like a heck yes from that underneath the deck. So I do feel there's an underlying motivation here for moving the pieces on the chessboard to suit their agenda and get what they want and be victorious. If you're aware that that's what's going on and you're okay with it, then there's no trouble. I just like to let people know what I see. Other than that, Gemini, I feel this person is on a wonderful trajectory in terms of where they're headed in the connection, how they see it, what role they see themselves playing as husband, father. I'm just saying it could be wife, mother, because it's just a king. That's why I'm saying him. And they're patiently awaiting a shift into life partnership with you. I feel like they're actually not patiently waiting. There's the 2 7 of Pentacles is them not patiently waiting. Okay. So if I'm speaking your storyline, the link to the extended is below. You can follow me there. Otherwise, have a great rest of your week. See you in a future reading. Bye.